This man is huge, Eric Rowan.
How's that feel?
The Bloodline saga, already one of the most gripping and emotionally charged storylines in WWE history, has taken yet another explosive turn. In the wake of Roman Reigns' shocking return and his ruthless dismissal of Solo Sikoa's emerging faction, a war of words and actions has erupted that could change the balance of power in WWE forever. After being labeled pathetic by the tribal chief, Solo Sikoa and his faction, including the unhinged Tama Tonga and his brother Tonga Loa, fired back with a response so intense, so unrelenting, that fans and insiders alike are calling it nothing less than nuclear. This is not just another chapter in the Bloodline drama. It is the opening salvo of an all-out war, one that threatens to tear the very fabric of the family dynasty apart and reshape the future of WWE. Roman Reigns' pathetic declaration. The spark that ignited this firestorm came during Roman Reigns' first appearance in months. Returning to WWE after a self-imposed hiatus, the tribal chief walked into a ring he once ruled with absolute authority. But the landscape had changed. Solo Sikoa, no longer content to act as Roman's silent enforcer, had begun building a faction of his own. By recruiting Tama Tonga, the wild, dangerous brawler from Japan, and his brother Tonga Loa, Solo crafted a new version of the Bloodline that operated without Roman's blessing. Instead of acknowledging Solo's leadership or even offering guidance, Roman Reigns humiliated him on global television. With the crowd watching in stunned silence, Roman dismissed Solo's bloodline as pathetic. He ridiculed their claim to the dynasty's legacy, mocked their accomplishments, and positioned himself as the only legitimate leader of the Samoan Empire. For Roman, it was vintage tribal chief behavior: arrogance, dominance, and the unshakable belief that his word is law. But for Solo and his faction, it was a declaration of war. Solo Sikoa, from enforcer to rebel. Solo's story has always been tied to Roman's shadow. Introduced to the main roster as the enforcer who saved Roman's championship reign at Clash at the Castle, Solo quickly established himself as a silent assassin. His cold demeanor, devastating Samoan spike, and loyalty to the family made him indispensable. But as time passed, Solo's ambition began to grow. While Roman basked in glory and manipulated family members, Solo carried the weight of destruction. He was the one putting bodies on the mat, the one ensuring Roman's title reign continued. When Roman stepped away after WrestleMania, Solo seized the opportunity to step out of the shadows. The formation of his faction was his boldest move yet, a statement that he no longer needed Roman's guidance. By aligning with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, Solo positioned himself as a warlord in his own right. But Roman's dismissal of that movement cut deep, striking at Solo's pride and manhood. The arrival of MFT. Amid this brewing storm came another figure, MFT, the younger brother of Tama Tonga, known for his ferocity and unpredictability. A new generation warrior raised in the same brutal traditions as his brothers, MFT brought an extra layer of danger to Solo's faction. His name, meanest, fastest, toughest, isn't just a moniker, it's a mission statement. When Roman Reigns mocked Solo's group as pathetic, it wasn't just an insult to Solo, it was an attack on MFT's bloodline, his family, and his pride. For a young star hungry to make his mark, Roman's words weren't just disrespectful, they were unforgivable. The nuclear response. On SmackDown the following week, the WWE Universe witnessed MFT's nuclear response. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Solo, Tama, and Tongaloa, MFT took the microphone in a rare promo that left the arena shaking. His words dripped with venom, and his fury was palpable. "You call us pathetic?" he snarled, pacing back and forth like a caged animal. "Roman, you built your empire on the backs of men like us. You held the titles because we destroyed your enemies. You called yourself the tribal chief because we bled for you. But you forgot one thing. You're nothing without us. You're nothing without the warriors standing behind you. And now, you have nobody." The crowd roared as MFT leaned into the camera, his eyes wild with intensity. "This is not your bloodline anymore. This is our bloodline. You say we're pathetic? We'll show you pathetic when we bury your empire in Paris. You want war? You've got it." The promo wasn't just words. It was a declaration of intent, a line in the sand. MFT, once an unknown in WWE, had just placed himself at the forefront of the biggest storyline in professional wrestling. His fire gave voice to the rage that Solo and his faction had been simmering with for weeks. A war of generations. The conflict now brewing within the bloodline isn't just about titles or leadership. It's about generations, legacies, and the future of one of wrestling's greatest dynasties. Roman represents the established order, the tribal chief, who reigned supreme for years. Solo and his allies represent the rebellion, the next wave of warriors determined to prove that their time has come. The inclusion of MFT makes the conflict even more compelling. A new, younger fighter stepping into the fray adds an element of unpredictability. Can Roman, the wily veteran with years of dominance, outmaneuver this new breed of warriors? Or will the energy and hunger of the younger generation overwhelm him? The WWE Universe reacts. As always, the fans have become part of the story. Social media erupted after MFT's promo, with fans praising his intensity and calling it one of the most powerful moments of the year. Clips spread rapidly, with hashtags like #MFT, #Solo Sikoa, and #Bloodline War trending worldwide. Some fans celebrated the idea of Roman finally facing consequences for his arrogance, while others argued that Solo's faction lacks the charisma and star power to replace him. Regardless of opinion, one truth was undeniable. The Bloodline storyline, once thought to be winding down, had been reignited with nuclear fuel. Paris Clash. The battlefield. The timing of this eruption is no accident. WWE Paris Clash is only days away, and the event is now being positioned as the battleground for this civil war. What was once billed as a straightforward Roman Reigns comeback match has become the epicenter of chaos. Will Roman enter Paris alone, standing defiant against the faction he once commanded? Or will he reveal reinforcements of his own? Perhaps even a return of the Usos, or other members of the extended Samoan family? Conversely, will Solo's faction, fueled by MFT's fury, overwhelm the tribal chief and dismantle his empire on foreign soil? The Paris crowd, passionate and vocal, will be the perfect backdrop for this collision. Every cheer, every boo, every chant will add fuel to the fire as WWE's greatest family tears itself apart in front of the world.